Hi, and welcome back to Dating Advice After a Divorce. My name is Craig, and thank you for joining me. Today, we're going to be talking about what it's like to be on dating apps. Yes, I've got videos that talk about what dating apps are good ones and which ones you should avoid. Got videos talking about setting up your best profile, how to make the best first impression. We've talked about all that. But I want to make a video talking about what is it actually like to be on these different dating apps. Because there could be somebody out there that is like, okay, I haven't dated in a long time. I've heard a lot about dating apps. I want to try these things out, but what's it going to be like? So that's what we're going to talk about today. And I want to start off with the positives first, okay? Because there are pros and cons to dating apps. And the first thing would be is that using a dating app, you are going to be able to meet people that you would have never met in your life because of distance. You're not just going to randomly run into somebody, generally, who's an hour away, 2 hours away, 4 hours away, whatever it is, right? Because you can set your distance of people you want to meet, whether it's 25 miles away, 50 miles away, 100 miles away, 200 miles away, whatever it is. You set the distance on what you want to date. Some dating apps will stick to that distance. They might go 10 miles over. So if you set it and say, I don't want anybody over 50 miles, some might show you somebody who's 60 miles away. Other dating apps like Facebook, they could care less about your requirements. If you're like, I only want to see somebody who's 50 miles away, Facebook will go, yeah, okay, here's somebody that's 300 miles away. We thought you might like them. You're like, what are you kidding me? So it depends on what dating app you're using. Some are better than others in that way. So the fact that you would be able to meet new people that you would never meet before, that is something nice. I have had great relationships come out of being on dating apps because I never would have been able to meet these people any other way. So there are benefits to using these tools to meet people. That being said, I don't think a lot of people just love being on them, including myself. They are extremely time consuming. They are mentally, emotionally time consuming. The fact that you're meeting somebody new, and this is totally understandable, right? You meet somebody new, you swipe right on them, and they swipe right on you, and you match up, and you're like, oh, great. Okay, I'm going to be talking to somebody new. It's understandable. We want to know about the other person. So generally, you're going to be answering the same roughly 10 questions every single time you start talking to somebody new. You know, what do you do for a living? How many kids do you have? What hobbies do you like? You know, just the general questions, because you want to make the determination of whether or not you want to see this person and actually go out with them. So it'd be really nice if we had like standard boilerplate of you answer these top 10 questions, you fill out all the information, you just send it to them and be like, all right, if you're interested after reading all this, contact me back. But it doesn't work that way. Every single time you meet somebody new, you're pretty much going to be answering the same questions over and over again. And that's what it's like when you go out on a first date with somebody too. You're getting to know each other. So you're asking each other pretty standard questions. And, you know, you can have it where you're not feeling a connection with somebody right away, and they're asking you the same questions over and over again, and you can almost go into autopilot. It's not a good thing. I'm not saying that's a good thing, but it can happen when you go out over and over again. So it's the same thing on dating apps where you're giving the same answers over and over again. So yeah, you're spending a lot of time on these things trying to meet somebody. You can spend as much time as you want or as little time as you want. Generally, you're communicating with people in the evening, right? When they finally have time to sit down and relax, that's when communication and conversations can start to happen. So your evenings can be consumed just by trying to get to know somebody better. The whole ghosting thing of you're talking with somebody day after day after day, and then you don't hear anything back from them. And you're kind of like, hey, you still out there? Everything good? You know, I haven't heard from you in a couple days. or you like, hey, we had a date planned on Saturday and I haven't heard anything from you Thursday and Friday. I always would reach out on the day of the date and confirm that you're still meeting somebody. I would never head out on a date if you're talking Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and the date's planned for Saturday, and you haven't heard anything Thursday, Friday, or even Saturday for confirmation. I'm not heading out. That's just me. You could do that, but chances are, if you haven't heard it from somebody in 3 days and they're not confirming Saturday's date, yeah, I don't think you should just show up to the restaurant and be like, yeah, they're going to show up. I just know it. So I've had it where I've been getting ready for a date, like getting dressed, and then I got a text message saying, hey, I can't make it. And then the next day they delete the conversation. I've had that happen. I was happy that I at least got that heads up that they couldn't make it. So I've never showed up and not had the other person show up. I have not had that happen to me. So I'm thankful for that. But yeah, that is a very frustrating part of this. Is it's so easy for the other person to just be like, hey, I've met somebody else, or I'm just not getting the right vibe from them, and they just end the conversation and delete it. That's what makes, dating apps appealing, and is that you can meet people, and there's very, very little guilt that comes with, yeah, I'm done with this, move on to the next person. It is not like you have to like pick up the phone and talk to them and say, yeah, I really don't want to see you on Saturday. That doesn't happen. You don't want to see somebody, boom, delete the conversation and move on. So there's a lot of, time and energy and emotions that can go into constantly being on dating apps. I just don't think a lot of people, love it. Like, yay, I get to be on dating apps. This is such a great thing. In my opinion, most people are like, yes, get into a relationship and be done with dating apps. That's the best thing, myself included. People just don't like to spend a lot of time. If somebody's just like, hey, I just want to meet new people and go out and have fun and stuff like that, yes, they might absolutely love the dating apps. But for people who are trying to find somebody for a long-term relationship, their goal would be to find the right person, get off of these things as soon as possible. So, hey, there you go. I just wanted to throw out just kind of what it's like. I don't want to be totally negative about dating apps. They are a useful tool, and you can find a great person on them. But I just want you to know that going into it, it's not always a lot of fun. So just keep that in mind. I do think that you should use them, especially if you're in a small town and you want to meet new people. It's a great way to be able to do that, especially if you don't have places that you can go to meet singles and, where they have different events for single people and stuff like that. If you don't have any opportunities for that, dating apps do come in handy to help people. So there you go. I hope you found this helpful. Please be sure to like and subscribe and share this with anybody that you feel could benefit from this information. I really appreciate you watching. Thank you very much, and I hope you have a great day.